Hello! Wait, is my mic on? Can y'all hear me? How do I fucking... Okay, I'm gonna stop for a second and see. I'm back. It works, in case anybody was worried or wondering. Yeah, I made the last video, and the last video was pretty fun to make, and a lot easier than I expected it to be. And I am feeling kind of weird again. So I thought I'd do another one. Like, I've kind of got the energy to do it right now, so I wanted to see how it works. This time I'm not drawing from no plan. I drew this while I was feeling weird before I turned the recording on. I had this, like, I just kind of started drawing, like, and this has come up, and it's very, like, striking character that I want to develop more, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I've got the shape down. The first thing that I want to do is set some sort of background color so that I'm not working on just like translucent or white. It'll help me set a tone for the piece I'm about to do. I think because it's kind of zombie themed, I'm thinking like a dark blue, like the night sky, or like, you know, moonlight is usually associated with blue. So we'll rock that. And that is not visible anymore. Also, there's a weird little white spot. That's okay. So what we can do, I'm gonna have to pull my window out. So we can lower the opacity. I don't want to do that. Okay, lower opacity for that one. Put it back on there. And then we're gonna create a new layer. And then on this one, we'll paint it a whiter color. And then we can put this on top of this. Boom! Then I don't have to see the fucking translucent boxes. I'm going to turn it a little bit darker, because I want it to have the vibe. Here we are. Okay. This is sketch of graveyard. Alright. So, let's see. I think I'm not quite done with the sketch, just because I want to do, like, the dirt and stuff, and, like, the freshly buried vibe. Okay. I think that does it, though. Yeah. I can put some of those lines that they always have on graveyards. Graves. And then in the foot of a tree, maybe, over here. It's like buried in the backyard kind of vibe. And I talked about the trees. I think I talked about trees last time too. Lamau. I'm a big tree enjoyer. Okay. How do I want to do this? Okay. So, the way that the horizon's kind of going, like, it would mean, like, somewhere up here. Which means it's going to be pretty flat. Like, I just want to put something in this corner here. I'm feeling kind of edgy today, so I'm gonna make an edgy OC. And I don't know that I'm gonna fucking be able to work a tree in here the way that I want it. So I think I'm just gonna leave that for now. Or maybe, I think I would need to put the horizon like here. And this is just our sketch, so we can draw over it all we want. Yeah, because I think that it's gonna kind of roll over. So that's even better. So that means that I can put a big tree, which will feel like the it might feel like the tree from the last one. So we've established a tree from in the story of this series or whatever the fuck. And then we could put the moon back behind this. That feels cool. I think I'm gonna drag this a little higher to fit more moon in there. Is this my cutter? No. There it is. And I love digital because you can do shit like this. You can just cut the shit out and fucking move it up. Like, incredible. I didn't like sketch when I did digital work. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. So I need more like I didn't sketch before I did digital because then I would have to either like erase it, which always left smudge marks that I didn't like, or I would have to draw the thing again. And like I like finding out what I'm drawing as I'm drawing it. I might have told this story last time, but you know, you'll get used to it maybe. But here we go. Yeah, hold up. We can fucking get that weird like branch striation. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but and then our big cartoony top. I cut myself off. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying. Alright, throw the moon down here. I got so excited by the the tree coming together. Yeah, okay. Sick. The tree. And then the moon here. And we'll have it kind of emanating light. And that'll be the source of very dramatic lighting. Risen in the shadow of the tree. That's fucking baller. Risen in the moonlit shadow of the tree, even. Ooh, or do I want that to be the sun? I could do that too. Either way, big long shadows. I think I want it to be the moon, because I was talking about that blue and silver vibe before, so. And then I want really harsh shadows for this one. Something I love about the way that this arm is coming out together is it's got that really, like, angular vibe that a lot of, early 2000s, like, cartoons had, where they're, like, kind of appealing to graffiti, like, sensibilities, I guess, would be the way to say it. Whoa! No, I want to keep that. Where it's like, it's got this jagged angular corners. It's really fucking cool. I think it's going to be really interesting with the sort of more traditional shading on it. It almost, like, reminds me of the zombie character from Soul Eater a little bit. That just might be the fact that they're zombies and they're both wearing, like, a jersey. But I'm pretty sure that that is about my weird sports experiences. Okay, and I love fucking, like, gangly ass nail on my monster creatures. Like, you can just fucking tell there's gunk under there, just from how long it is on this kind of creature. Good. I think maybe like a curve like this will do. Yeah, okay, that's working handily. Also, a big piece that features a weird, like, not enough fingers hand, I think is interesting. Like, it's like clearly a stylized cartoon hand, and I feel like usually the emphasis is drawn away from the fact that they only have 3 fingers, or 3 fingers and a thumb. I guess that's 4 fingers. I don't know if I like how it's coming out, if I'm being honest. But that's okay, this is just the sketch. So, I can kind of... I still got time to unfuck it. Okay, and then... I don't even know if I should, or if I need to, like, shade it. Like... Yeah, I don't even know if I need to, like... Well, I say that, but I'm clearly gonna do it anyway. If I got so fucking zoned into it that, like, it's gonna distract me from what I was saying. Oh, I love this weird mask face thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. It kind of reminds me of, like, a gas mask. Like, archetypically. Like, this is the little weird snout thing. And then the big eyes. Reminds me of the, like, Doctor Who episode with the, like, Where's My Mummy? Like, gas mask zombie things. But those I don't think were undead. I'm not sure. I think they were an alien. But I don't remember. That's usual for Doctor Who, though, I feel like. It's like, they're just kind of a monster of some sort. And then give him some bony ass fingers. And we'll fucking see how that works out. And then I think I love how this has like the... It looks like pen scratch. Like, it looks very much like especially with the guidelines behind it, like it's very sketched out. Very pen on paper feeling, like doodled on your homework kind of vibes. Which, like, I love that kind of fucking art style. I got really good at it, and like then I stopped because I wanted to look more professional. But the thing that's interesting about somebody's person, like about art, is not necessarily professionalism. Professionalism's like one way that you can do it, but you can also just do your own new thing. And if you if it's something that people haven't seen before, or like if it nobody has I don't even know, I'm getting into it. But if you are as genuine as you can be, and I'm like seriously struggling tonight. Just like there's never been a person like you that has done the things that you are doing. Or if there has, then like there's only really you right now, And even if there's another person like you that's doing the same kind of things that you're doing right now, they're not here. Like you're the only flavor of you, even if there are other yous, you're the you that is where you are. Like, you're the you that the people around you know. You know? Like, and then, I don't know if this makes any sense. I might just be fucking rambling. But, you know, that's what a video like this is for. But, I don't know if that makes any fucking sense. But, if you do art that's very genuine, it's more important than doing art that's very professional. That's what I was trying to get at. Because if it's very genuine, it's more likely to be one of a kind. And the fact that people haven't seen anything like it is more interesting than it being good. Even, like, or, like, good in, like, the classical sense, I guess. Like, professional, you know. But yeah, all that just to say, like, I used to really like scribbling in pen on the side of my homework. Oh, I think, yeah, this is gonna have a really, like, and then we can do, like, a soft little glow around the outside. Yeah. You see, so, because this thing is mostly in shadow, I made it a silhouette first. I might put this on white. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that this is actually helping me right now. Sorry if that's a little stark of a jump, but, yeah, I was not able to see nearly as well. But, so I've coated this whole back in shadow, and then, because it's a curved surface, and not just like a flat, like, cutout up against the sky, you know? It's not just like a box with a tree painted on it. It's a full-ass, like, oops. Okay. It's a full-ass, like, rounded figure, you know? But because of all that, the light will hit some of it, even if you're directly behind it. Yeah. Boom! So then you get that cool, like, shine around the edge like that. Okay. I need some water. Alrighty, Rooter. So that's a pretty sick base layer. I don't need 2 layers right now. This is just background white. Oh, there's something on there. What's on there? Okay, what does that look like without it? Ah, I see. So earlier, I drew this little scrunch on the wrong layer. So what I'm going to do is just grab it. Oh no, this is on the white layer. Okay. Well, it's fine. Here's what I can do, actually. What I can do is I can merge these 2 layers together. Ooh, do I want to do that? Because then it'll all be merged with the white. I think I might just redraw this one. Yeah, I think I can just redo that. So many, like, art, guide stuffs, like, on YouTube and stuff. So many, like, art teach you how to do it. Teachers? Whatever. So many, like, videos of people doing art and them giving advice about it is, like, about not being perfectionist. And I think that if I tried to talk on that, it would be hypocritical. Like, there's, like, because I've got a very messy, like, style, I feel like that would be, like, the obvious move is, like, oh, well, don't stress too much about, like, the little things, but I still do. I still, like, I still need the tree to be scribbled in exactly the right way. Which is, like, it's very silly. What the fuck is going on now? God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna merge these two down, though. So, that just puts them both on the same layer, since they're all, they'll have translucent backgrounds. And then I can go back in and do my white, because, I fucking hate working on, the translucent. Gotta turn that one on first. And we're back. Alright, now we can actually get started on our new layer. Little side adventure. Okay, I think what I want to do next, because I've got a lot of texture here, so what I want to do next is, like, color blocking. Like, at least that's what I'm going to try. I want, like, a pale blue like that, but I don't know. Looks kind of, like, washed. Let's try this one out, and I like texture marker. I think, honestly, I can go bigger right now. Maybe not that big. Woo! What am I doing? Okay, because this is such a light color, we actually need to go in and do the highlights with it. Which we wanted that, like, moonlight vibe to hit, with everything like a light blue, like I was talking about at the beginning. I think I'm going to go a little thinner, which I'm worried about, because whenever I start with a thin brush, I usually get, like, way more detailed than I initially wanted. Also, so the way that I'm doing this is because the light's coming from such a, like, a harsh direction, it's mainly going to hit the ridges that face that side. So you can just go in and, like, trace the ridges that are going to hit that side, and that gives me kind of this shape. Those are the angles that it's going to hit. And then I don't need to do anything on this side because that's not facing the moonlight. His armpit down here will be facing it, though. Okay, and then I think that'll do fine. Maybe like that, because the socket kind of curves down. I don't know, is that funky? Yeah, I think that might be a little funky. Okay, we'll leave it there. And then, ooh, what color do I want to make the eyes? I think I might just leave them white and make it match the moon. That'll be an interesting little boop, 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 like a constellation. And then you'll have kind of this, like, the blocky, massive, like, shapes, the shadows, will trace one route, and the light, or the, like, spots of pure white, will trace a different route. Here, 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 versus the tree will pull it in and around and lock you in this kind of spiral. Like, but then you can take the eyes as a path, like, to the moon, as a path out. But it still leads you ultimately back to the tree, so, you know. And I think this blue light is going to hit the tree as well. So if your eyes end up lingering on the grave for or the headstone for, like, super long, then the highlights will bring you back. So, which is cool. So we ended up with a very, like, dynamic structure, but, like, a stable one, which is interesting. It feels very striking. It's kind of fun doing this, like, because critique my piece while I'm making it, like, in a positive sense, not critique, like, being critical, but, in art class we used to, like, oh, does it hit on this side? I don't think so. Maybe a little bit on the ridge here. Nope. But because of, like, I gotta keep talking or else the video doesn't really work. And we're just trying to get the high points here. I don't think that this hand is gonna look super bright. But I think I'm kind of okay with that, if I'm being honest. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, not critique, like critical, but, or well, I guess kind of, but not negative. In high school, in art class, we would do critiques every week, and I always groaned about them, and fucking, like, because I didn't like the way that they were run, basically, but I didn't like the way that anything was run. But the basic idea was that everybody would, like, show off the piece that they were working on right now. Oh, I really like how that looks with the pen-looking vibe. But everybody would show off the piece that they're working on right now, and then, like, we'd all, you know, anybody that had something to say would say it about, like, what they thought the piece, like, could use, or, like, where it was doing well, like, but it gave the artist themselves an opportunity to sort of, like, get somebody else's eye about it. Like, I kind of have, like, your imaginary eyes on it. Well, I guess not imaginary, but functionally imaginary from my perspective right now. And until you see the video and possibly comment on it, then it's going to continue to be. So, if you don't want to be imaginary, say something. I love how this looks like fucking highlighter. Like, or like faded marker. Like, it looks, so sketchy. Like a sketch, I mean. But you got that from previous context, I'm sure. And then, bop. I love the way that the lines sit on this fucking, like, marker. Because this feels like ball pen and fucking Crayola markers. Or a highlighter, yeah. I think that it hits this shoulder as well. Maybe just at the edge there. I don't know, that kind of looks funky. I'm not sure that I want to draw attention to that. Okay, here's what we do. Yeah. I'm not sure that that's more anatomically correct, but I do feel that it is more stylistically consistent. And that'll do the trick. When you have accuracy, you can lean on style. At least that's my opinion. I'm sure there would be people that disagree. But I don't know, man. It still makes, like, good, genuine art. Especially if you're not, if you're doing it for you kind of thing, you know. If you're doing it for you, you can draw fucking stick figures, and if it feels good, then, like, you're doing good. You're doing good art. If you want to try to do it for other people, then, like, you are unfortunately beholden to their scrutiny. Which, like, you know, not always a terrible thing. A lot of times knowing that somebody's going to see something, like, even if it's because I'm going to show it to them, is, like, very helpful for motivating me, you know? I've always been somebody that was very, very people motivated. It's like easier to get excited about stuff when I know that I've got friends there with me. I don't remember what the fuck got me talking about that. Like I said, I'm kind of still in a mood, so forgive me if I'm a little rambling weird. But you know, if you've got a full half hour into it, you probably don't mind me rambling weird. I love having text in my art. I have heard some more classically minded people say that it's cheap, but I really like it. I'll do that around sort of the shirt sleeve here. Alright. Oh, there was somebody on the last video that said, I hope you don't off yourself, because this is sick. And that, I really appreciated it. It made me feel like it felt very nice, actually. And I didn't. So, you know. Ta-da! And here I am. It was very encouraging to see somebody actively saying they want more. So, I appreciate that. I don't know your username off the top of my head, but if you end up watching this one, okay. I like how this shadow is coming along. Ugh. I don't know if I've gotten this effect like as clean as this before, but I'm very happy with it. Okay, and then do I want to go like just blue? I don't think so. I think that that'll be flat if I just go with this monocolor, this one. Monotone, that one. So I think I'm going to work towards purple shadows to keep that cool, but it'll do the shadows as warmer, which I think will be interesting. We'll do this as sort of our mid-tone. So we've got our... I did my highlight first, which I don't know if there's a specific order that is recommended, but I kind of just do whatever like I'm feeling. First, like whichever one I have the clearest idea of what I want to do, I do that one first. It keeps me moving. And this one is going to be it's going to be mostly like mid-tone and shadow, because it's facing, because the side that we're seeing is facing away from the light. Oh, I love how it looks like chalky almost. Oh, the texture that you can get on digital is just like amazing. That's something that I was really worried about when I swapped from like more traditional physical media, was like whether it'd still be as textured. But it is. In fact, there's a lot of places where I can get more control over my texture in digital than I possibly could in traditional. on a different layer. Okay, I need to get this line back off. I don't like this one, the way that it's sitting, because it covers the graveyard highlight that I've got, that I had already. There we go. And we can push a highlight here to kind of round it out, and I'm trying to drag that down so that it looks the way that I want it to. No, I want more curve on that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, here we go. Or like colored pencil almost, the way that it like blends. Oh, I love that. And then for my sky, I'm literally just going to use the tones that we've got. Just reinforce the vibe, TM. I'm going to purposely do multiple... Oh, well, no, I don't like how much that overwhelms the highlight. Maybe a lighter touch. No, let's go smaller. I think that'll do it. Okay. There we go. Because I want to keep that marker vibe, so I'm going to, for a second, run. And we'll bring the low light vibe in, or the dark shadowy vibe in the center of it here. Kind of looks like that, like, caged dome. Ooh. Like a caged dome, I should say. I want more pictures of Spider-Man. I want more highlight from this spot to differentiate it from where it curves. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this color and I'm going to draw it in now. No. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. When happiness doesn't work. Okay. Oh, I like that on that. And then we'll bring the highlight back in over here too. Yeah, now it's really coming together. Yeah, now you can see the branches in there too. I don't think I'm going to do that one though, because I don't think that one would be shown. The difference there. Maybe a little bit like down here. No, because that would be behind the other branch. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it where it lies. Okay, and then I also want this to be a little bit brighter. Or like stronger. Take a light touch at where it meets, because we want it to kind of bleed. And so we want both of them to show. Oh, I keep like warring it back and forth between light and dark. Like, I keep making it a little bit lighter and making it a little bit darker, or a little bit more of it's dark, I guess I should say. But that's kind of how I like to do it, is like honing in on what I want. It's like adjust one way, and then adjust the other way, and then adjust back, and then, you know, look at it from a bunch of different possibilities. It's one of the things that I think is so fucking cool about digital art. Another thing about digital art. Another thing I think is cool, I guess, is that like it just has a completely different relationship to time than like art does, like, or than traditional art does, I should say. Imagine if I was like Fucking, nope, digital art's not art. Like, no. But it just has a completely different relationship to time. Like, the fact that I can control Z and then control Y and put it back, like, it's huge. The fact that I can, like, if I wanted to, I could grab this layer and fucking put stuff back here and not have it interrupt, like, the stuff on top. That's huge. Like, if you're painting, you can't put shit under shit. What the fuck? Like, it's, like, traditionally painting, I guess. It's like digital can still be painting. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Something that I've done a couple of times, and I don't know if I'll do it and record. Maybe I'll do it and record it at some point. But I've grabbed like a sketch of a piece that I was working on, and whenever I was done, there was like a bunch of different styles that I wanted to try on it, and so I just saved like a base version, and then I went in and did it like 6 different times off of that same like sketch, just to kind of explore different shading options, almost like like a shading study basically, except I've got a reusable template for it. It's fucking, if you're interested in learning art, fucking highly recommend. I recommend whatever you've got, first and foremost. But I highly recommend going digital. It's so much fucking, like, cheaper. And, like, it's so much easier to get access to materials. Like, because you only need it once. You know? You get the fucking software. This software was free. And then the pad was like $20. And now I don't have to pay for art supplies anymore. Unless I wanted, a painting on a canvas. But I mostly just do this nowadays. I do a lot of, it's by no means the only art piece that I've done since last time. Or, yeah, this, I've done plenty of other stuff, but I haven't, it's a different thing to talk through it. A lot of art that I do, like, helps me kind of explore what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. Like, even this is that, even when I'm doing the video as well. But there's some stuff that's a little bit more sensitive than I would feel comfortable putting in a video. Ooh, do I want to make this the fucking angle that it's at? Are there 2 muscle groups in the... Yeah. Yeah, okay. Because there's a muscle that, like, is, like, right before the elbow that pokes out, and a muscle at the shoulder, which means I can get away with bumping this way out. And also I get this super pointy elbow for free. Okay, I have to come in, remember to come in and do the shadows on the far sides here. It's gonna have to come in pretty quick because of how harsh the lighting is. And if that doesn't make sense, I'll explain that when we get there. Right now I'm kind of just filling in all the spots that I didn't put highlights in. Since this is our mid-tone, it's going to be in a lot of places. Like, especially because it's a dark piece. Like, and this one I'm probably just going to do 3 colors. Like, highlight, mid-tone, shadow. Ooh. Should this be highlighted more? I think I might bring that Yeah, this tendon I like. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have that be bulging enough that it gets a highlight. And then we can bring the hand out a little bit. Ugh, that is a sexy form. And all I'm doing for the shading is just following the shape. So I'm coming down this left side here, and I'm just gonna slide around it a bunch of times. I don't want to go over my highlight there. I'll leave that. But yeah, there we go. Even if I say I've been getting back into oh, pardon me, it's all fucked up. But oh, what's up, baby? What's up, mama? Ooh, I like that watercolor, the kind of effect that puts on there. The yeah, what the fuck was I saying? What's up, Daisy? Ah. Oh, she wants out. Cats, am I right? Okay, yep, I'm coming. Yeah, I hear you. No, I'm gonna let you out. I'm gonna let you out. And then... Oh. We'll go. You goober. Doesn't even want to go out. She just wants the door open. Oh no, there she goes. She just gets scared of getting too close to the door while it moves, I guess. Yeah. Sorry, my throat's like messed up right now. I don't know what's going on with that. Or well, I do. I've been smoking again. It's like not like a super problem. It's like legal, but it does fuck my throat up. Okay. Yeah, I like how these are coming in. We're gonna accentuate the curve, because I think that's the most dramatic option here. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this hand. Like, it's kind of bad, but I kind of like the way that it's bad. It feels like the way that I used to draw hands when I was, like, in high school. You know? Or, like, early high school. Fucking middle school, maybe. Wow. Yeah, I love how this is fucking coming out. Yeah, it feels almost watercolory. Maybe it's just because I'm leaving, like, splotchy white in between. Watercolor does that a lot. Let's define that out a little bit more. I don't think I really want those two shadows to join. But I do like defining it with a lighter one between. So it's just that there's like, so the lighter is kind of brought forward, so it kind of hammocks between these two tendons. It just kind of grows in a cool way. I think I want the highlights in the hand to be a little stronger. This is the thing that I was talking about. It's like just back and forth. Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah. It's not accurate, but it is stylistically consistent. At least approximately. You know, good enough for government work. I don't know if I actually like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I like that better. Okay, yeah. And that raises this up. Whoa, I don't know if that's right. Yep, that actually looks like a weird, fucked up monster hand, but I'm kind of drawing a monster, so I'm kind of allowed. I think I might, yeah, even that out. And then catch it under the nail here. Yeah. Okay. You know I love accentuating the long nails. It makes it so where they kind of glow, where they caught the moonlight. Okay. Yonk. Okay, and I think I'll just shade this out. Alrighty. What do I do over here? Almost like the way that grass kind of has a shadow on the side of it when it suddenly cuts off like that. Or like a path. Yeah. And the fact that we're whoa, fucking throat. The fact that we're emphasizing this like sort of middle route. This like almost like a river. Just draws directly up into the tree. Sort of if your eyes are resting over here, then this shape will squeeze you towards this focal point and draw you towards it. Oh, I love how markery that is. Okay, let's see. I think I'm just going to keep working on sky for now, because that's kind of what's interesting me the most. It sounds the most fun, like, at this very moment, you know? Oh, okay, I need a... So because this patch I have allocated for the dark spot in the sky, and this spot here is that would be the same color, they're not going to read if I put that same color right up against it itself. Like it's gonna lose its definition. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the other color that I have access to so far in. It's gonna create a little bit of an outline, which, like, once again, will not be accurate, but will be stylistically consistent and visually interesting. We can kind of do that for now, just to block it off, and then we'll go back in with the highlight and kind of fade it out a little. messy, like, but it kind of fits the vibe that we're rocking for this one. You said as she faded away. Oh, I don't remember if I finished this train of thought earlier, but I've been getting back into 3 Days Grace because it's what was on the radio when I was like a kid. And like, it's goofy. It's like corny in a lot of places, but I don't know, it is holding up for me better than I expected it to. Like, definitely enjoying my revisit. But that's what you're hearing me hum along to right now. Yeah, it almost feels like it's kind of pouring over the shoulder here. It's kind of cool. So one of the tricks that we can do, because this, like, grave is going to go through multiple, like, areas of dark and light and dark and light, and I want to use these same colors throughout the same piece, throughout the whole piece. So ideally, just the 3 colors that I'm working with, because I think that makes for really striking stuff. So what I'm going to do for this headstone is I'm going to line it with one line of one color, or at least I've kind of already got the highlight there. What I can do is I can go along the very outside and bump this part off, give it a little mid-tone outline so that it shines up against the light spots behind it. We don't really have to do this in with the mid-tone super hard, because we're going to fill that in with shadow for sure. Yeah, this feels very much like the way that I used to do backgrounds in, like, colored pencil. And on the inside, I love just drawing shit, man. Like, I really like the fucking, like, doodle looking style. I'm gonna say that like a billion more times in these videos, because I don't know, run out of shit to say. Oh, that might just it just strikes me when I'm looking at my own shit sometimes. Like, I don't know if this is, like, conceited. I don't think so. But sometimes I'm just looking at my own stuff. And I just kind of sit there and go, like, damn, that's fucking cool. Good job, me. Like, I'm like, I think that's healthy. I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, I don't know. I come up with some cool shit. I'm very proud of it. I think, honest to God, most people do. Even if they don't realize that they do, you know? Oh. I'm fucking so excited to see how this turns out, because this is, like, coming out very interestingly. Oops. I don't need to do that. That does not go up there. Because I need this to see its way out. Yeah. I'm kind of building the hem of this shirt here. And I'll need to do the shadow on this side of it so that these two stand apart. So I can't do the highlight in there because it's facing away from the moon, which is our light source. We can do sort of, so again, I'm just kind of following this in. And then where this shape opens up, So will I. And I'll just kind of wrap around this way. And that'll be a little fold in the shirt. Or something. And so this tendon will pull us down, and then we'll pull the little chesty, kind of shouldery muscles over here, down over top of them. I don't know that one well enough to explain it yet. I've been learning from just watching Red Note. When TikTok got banned, I moved over to Red Note. And for some reason, the tutorial vids are like just sticking with me a lot better now. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my algorithm reset and I'm like more, because I hop platforms, and I'm just like more willing to watch them now than I used to be. Before I very much used to be like, I'm only interested in style. That kind of looks like a leg. Like, there's a lot of this that like I don't think is like very good anatomy, but because I'm drawing a monster creature, it doesn't matter. I want tacos. If I had ground meat, I could make some, but I do not. And I really want my tacos, too. Like, I can't really afford to buy anybody else's tacos right now. Like going out or door dashing or whatever. Plus, it's 2 in the morning. But, fuck, I would love my tacos. Okay, and we're not doing the eyes because we can only leave those white. What I might do, I might straight up bring the sketch layer to the front. Pardon. Bring the sketch layer to the front. Just drop it on top of what I'm doing now. Bring that texture forward. I don't know what that would look like. That's kind of sick. I kind of really like that. It adds its own, like, yeah, it brings a lot of texture forward, and, like, it's kind of another tone on top of it. I would probably still do, like, a shadow layer, because I think it'll add a lot. But, ooh, I'm excited to push these back. I think that's gonna fucking really pop. When I push these 2 sides back and this like really screams forward, you know? Can't get out of my head. But yeah, I want to leave these white because I think that that'll make the most sort of like, it'll look like they're glowing, you know? Sort of the same way that the moon is. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a fun plan. The plan to drag this forward, because that, I don't know if that should change how I'm approaching it, but it kind of does a little bit. I do want this to be a little bit darker. This looks like a comic book cover, the way that it's sort of laid out, especially with like Rip Graveyard. Like, what if that was like that looks like it would be like the title. Which, like, you know, if the right wind catches my sail, I fucking might. Which would be really cool. I always wanted to draw a comic book. And, like, I've known that, like, I was gonna do one soon, if that makes sense. You ever get, like, in, like, a mood where you know you're gonna take on a project? If not, I highly recommend it. But yeah, I've been in kind of a mood like I'm gonna make a comic book. Been feeling that I was gonna make a comic book. Oh, I love how that blends from afar. But this would be a really fun style to do it in. It's a little less intense than the one we did last time. Like, it takes a little bit less time and focus. Though, I don't know, the last one, like, so far it's taken about the same amount of time. That's honestly been the biggest, like, thing stopping me from making a comic so far. Is, like, it just takes me... Oh, no! Oh, no! That was on the sketch layer. Oh my god. Oops. It's me Control-Zing my way back. Okay. There we go. I think that... Yes, that's everything. Jesus. Whoa. It's like in a video game, like, swapping your layers often is like saving in a video game. It's like if you fuck something up and it's on its own layer, it is so much easier to fix. Like, if this was a more extended project and I wasn't kind of using the style that I am, then I would probably put these, like, different colors on different layers. But the style doesn't really call for it. Okay. Turn this down a little bit and put our shadow in. The shadow should come from the light side because these are indented, which will feel backwards, and I might have done it wrong beforehand. But, you know, we'll see what we can fix now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that's coming out alright. This is just our midtone. I think bringing the shadow in will bring some of the text forward a little bit. Make it a little bit more readable. Oh, I really did this one dirty. Did myself dirty on that one, I guess. Okay, and then wow. I have done so much like word art in my days. Oh, I wish I had a hot pocket. I'm gonna make all of y'all hungry too. I'm fucking starving right now. I've got like no food in the house and no money to buy food. So that's cool. I'm honestly thinking I'll just put, you know, I'm just gonna put my fucking cash up in the bottom, so, you know, if you want to send me a meal, if you like my shit, feel free. If not, though, I get it. We've just met. love that watercolor vibe. I applied for food stamps recently, which was not as hard of an experience as I thought it would be. Well, up here, when I was in Texas, it was really, like, I got denied, but in the great state of Oregon, I do not. Which is funny how that works. But I got approved for it, at least for 1 month, which is really exciting, but it doesn't come in until the beginning of the month. And I learned that the hard way by going to the store with the card. And then after it fucking didn't work, and I had to pay $30 out of my pocket that I didn't expect to spend, that was when I fucking thought to Google it and figure out when the funds came in, based on just something that the fucking cashier had said offhandedly. And it turns out it only loads at the beginning of the month. So, it's just another thing that I gotta survive this month for. Luckily I saved up like a bit from my last job to where I've got rent covered for a while. Like, I've got like 2 months of rent ready. But I don't have utilities or grocery money. I've just got rent. Oh, I love how much, like, difference there is between, like, this and this, even though it uses the same materials. It's something that I consistently love about art. It's like how what materials you use doesn't really matter. It's what you do with it. It's the same thing as, like, the professionalism thing. Like, professionalism is a tool, the same as style is. And you can develop one of them, or both of them, and, you know, they have different, like, uses. It'll get you out of different situations. Yeah. I love art. I'm running out of stuff to say while I'm just kind of coloring here. It's like, it's just kind of, like, mesmerizing. There's something so, like, fucking primal about coloring. Like, everybody knows how to color. And that's the fucking coolest thing about drawing for me when I was a kid, is that I could color whatever I wanted. Like, when I was, like, really young, you know, I think I would just look up stuff on, like, I would have my grandmother point it out, or I would pause the TV or whatever, and I would draw it best I could, and so I could color it. Yeah, I think that comes across at least well enough. Okay. It kind of looks like a robot, like, with the face. When I was drawing it, it reminded me of Count Dooku. Let's see how it looks with this sketch layer forward. Ooh, I really like that. Oh, do I even need, like, an extra layer? Yes. I mean, like, I don't need the extra layer of, I love how that looks. Like, that's also another, like, unique joy of digital art. There's, like, 4 or 5 different combinations that I could do with just the pieces here. So, like, just this could be its own piece if I wanted it to be. Like, if I posted that it would be its own piece. It's a quick piece, but it would be its own piece. If I posted this, it would be its own piece. It's like a very stylized piece. Kind of like, you know, rough around the edges, but that's got its own draw to it. And then if I put this under bottom like I had it, like that's its own piece because it outlines this. It's got its own thing it's doing. It's kind of hairy around the sides and the detailed parts. Or, you know, I can do like I'm going to do. Put this on top. It's fucking sick. And I'll probably go in and do a highlight layer on top of this, like going with some white very sparingly to kind of block out some spots that are like hyper highlighted. But I don't know yet. Just because the black being a defining thing, I don't know. It kind of pushes it darker, but I might like that. So I'm going to see how it looks after I throw this purple in. This purple is the warmest color that we've got so far. I think this is where I want it. And so it's really going to change the tone of the piece. Oh, I will have to figure out food when I'm done with this. But I think I'm going to put that off until... I don't know if I'm going to post this one tonight or like edit it all tonight. Last time I kind of did it all at once. Like I did the whole video and then I like sat down and edited it. I started the video at like fucking midnight. So when I was done, it took 2 hours to record and 2 hours to edit. Which is not as bad as I thought, but it did leave me not going to sleep until like 4 in the morning or something. And this is the part where we bring back the definition between the branches. Yeah, so we want to leave a little mid-tone spot between our shadow and our highlight. But we want to sort of draw out the core of it, because that's going to be the part that's closest to us. I keep making motions with my hands, but y'all can't see my hands. I'm going to shade these as spheres, because it brings that sort of simplified, like cartoony vibe that I'm playing with forward. And I don't know how to draw trees that look like realistic without reference. I can draw them if I'm looking at them, but I really only like drawing them from life. No, the same tactic that I did before, I'm going to outline it so that these are kind of separated. And fucking, that's all it is at every stage, is just little adjustments. You know, whenever I see something that is unclear or doesn't like look the way that I want it to, I just work with whatever tool I've got in hand. Like sometimes I'll go back and do the, you know, redo the highlights, but it's because these two are kind of paired, I feel like. Oh yeah, that's gonna look sick. I don't know if that makes any sense, the paired thing, but I'm gonna drag some of this back here. But just making little adjustments one at a time, and not stressing it as like a whole. You know, not stressing about things before you have to, I guess is the way. That's what I'm saying. Like, you make a mistake here, shrug your shoulders, come back to it when you hit it again. Alright. That's one of the cool things about, like, working in multiple layers. Or, like, not even necessarily layers in, like, the digital sense, but, you know, doing the light blue and then the dark blue, and or like last time how I did, you know, I did the big, like, pin version, and then I stepped down a little bit, and, you know, doing it in stages, I guess, is the way that I would say that. I don't like how that flattened that. But yeah, just like not super stressing about it. Because you can always fix it later. Like, you can always add something that'll make it work. I think what I want to do is go in with a small pen here and press hard. Yeah. This is my... I'm deciding now. This is my new OC. I don't really make a whole lot of, like, OCs from the stuff that I draw. But I really like this character. And I'm curious to see... I've wanted to create an OC for a really long time. Which, like, sounds, like, kind of silly. I know. Because, like, oh, why didn't you do that? Like, I did. But I didn't draw them because I would make humans, and I didn't like... I didn't like drawing humans because I was bad at them. And they're still not my area of expertise, but I've just kind of drawn them in the meantime a lot. Like, just kind of in drawing other projects and stuff, I've needed people to do what I wanted to do. Or, like, needed, you know, to be able to draw people. Okay, now I want to swap it back to a big one, so that it's not so sharp. Ugh. Sorry there's so much coughing in this one. Coughing! Ugh, I love that faded look. Ugh. Tasty! Some good texture for free. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back a little ways to here. Jesus, I gotta get some more water and some fucking food. But I would like to finish this piece first. No, I think the piece is gonna win right now. I'm feeling pretty ADHD. And this is the same thing that I talked about before. I'm just gonna give it a little outline because I fucking can. It's gonna make it look like it's gonna make it clearer what's happening. And you can't use that like all the time everywhere, but when there's really harsh lighting like this, you can get away with it probably more often than you think. I don't know, I use that kind of shit all the time where I'm just like cheating. Art is fucking 100% about cheating. At least you can do it the other way, but the other way is harder. And you don't have to do that. Like, by doing art, you are getting better at art. So why not do it the way that is more fun? You know? At least that's my thought process. The best way to get good at art is to do a fuck ton of art. So do whatever art keeps you doing art. Like, if you're the kind of person who are devoting yourself to doing, you know,
figure drawings every morning, like where that's fun and that keeps you doing art, then fucking go for it, dude. Or if you just got the fucking raw willpower to like rock it out, like that's impressive. Fucking good on you. That's not for me. I just kind of gotta keep myself interested enough that I keep working on it. And then I look back every once in a while and I realize, like, how cool it is what I'm working on. You know, and how, like, much better I am at it than I used to be. But I'm not, like, trying to get better. I'm just like, doing it. And I think that that's the only way that I've figured out how to get better at art, is just to find a way to do it that you like doing. It also has been how I have playing Minecraft. Like for like years, I have known that there was something about Minecraft that I liked, but I could never play it for more than like a week. I would get bored of it really quick. I did not understand why I was so drawn to it, but also, like, could not spend any actual fucking time playing it. Just didn't make any sense to me. I was like, I think I'm drawn to the idea, but I don't like the execution, or fucking whatever. But, that's the way that I would, like, talk about it, but really, I just, like, wasn't playing it in the way that I thought was most fun. Nowadays, right, like, the thing that I stopped doing is I just stopped strip mining. And now I've pretty much only, like, explored caves for my minerals and stuff. Which I hear that they're buffing. Or they're nerfing, like, strip mining. One of those. Which is cool. But yeah, once I did that, I played fucking Minecraft for, like, a month. Did nothing but play Minecraft for, like, a month. I love the, like, fucking tension in this hand. Ugh. Like, they almost look like fucking hooves. Like, it's really interesting. Okay. Okay. It's okay if it bleeds a little bit, I think. Yeah. my lack of good, fucking, what's it called? Anatomy. I feel like adds to the surrealness. Because I've got good form, so, like, you can tell what shape these things are. Like, and it feels like they are that shape on purpose, and they are, like, they represent the shape that they are, like, well. But the shape that they are is not the shape of a human hand. Like, or even really a humanoid hand. It's weird, but it kind of adds to the vibe. It's spooky in a way that works with the themes of the piece. And that is fucking what I mean when I talk about, like, oh, it's not accurate, but it's stylistically consistent. It's like, it serves the piece. Like, it does, and that's the, like, the piece of art. But not the, not like P-A-C-E, but yeah, if it, like, does, if it works for this piece, then it fucking works. And you don't have to fix it. Ooh, I love how that's fucking working. Ugh. Yeah, it looks like, almost looks like crayon. But like heavily, like, layered crayon. Yeah, like when your friend, like, fucking, like, squeezes the fuck out of your, like, supplies. Like, slams them into the fucking table. And you get it back and, like, the nib is fucking ruined. That's what it looks like. Except I didn't have to ruin anything. One time I did, like, oh, I almost forgot about this. I did a painting and then used pen on top of it. Like, a painting on canvas, and then used pen on top of it. And the surface of the canvas was rough, and the surface of the paint that I had put on the canvas was also rough. And so I killed like 4 pins trying to do this, like, this piece. And I'm, like, really proud of the piece, but I have not been able to bring myself to do anything else in that style because it murdered pens. And I can't afford pens. Most of the stuff that I've got nowadays, as far as physical supplies go, are leftovers from, like, Christmases a long time ago. Like, years and years ago. My grandma would always just ask me what I wanted for Christmas and get that. Which, like, I kind of get, but also, like, feels like it defeats the purpose. And then it puts the burden on me of asking things. Like, asking for things. It's like, I don't want to do. And then, fucking, also, if I would ask for stuff that was too expensive, which happened often, like, it made me feel bad to, like, it felt like I was, like, asking for too much. So it's, like, constantly, like, measuring in my head, like, is this too expensive for me to ask for? It's very stressful. Let's see. Ooh. I really like that. Oh, that's tasty. It's a little dark. So I think what I might do is go in with a pen like this one, but in white. Let's see how that works. So it'll be kind of scribble on scribble. And then I can do some... Ooh, that's really interesting. I need to find some of these forms in white. And the same rules apply as before with highlights. It's like, you want to be sparing, which I don't think I said last time, but or else the whole piece will kind of just fade out. But I like the effect that this white is having. Fucking something that I have done continuously in my art that has served me well. A lot of people will talk about art block, and that's something that I used to struggle with a lot. But I don't anymore. And the reason that I don't anymore because whenever I start to get bored of a piece, I fuck it up. Like, and by that I mean I do something that does not work with my original intention. I'm going to kind of curve this highlight around here to kind of imply that these are like, they kind of protrude a little. Oh, I love that. Kind of like scratchy vibe. It feels like punk comic books. Almost like Spider Punk from, you know, Spider-Verse, yeah. I'm just gonna draw this around the edges here and give kind of a little pop. is the way that we've got it beforehand. We've got a little darker than I wanted with the sketch layer, but I love the texture that it brings. So all that I need to do, because the problem is in the like pen kind of layer, I need to solve it in a way that works with the pen layer's sort of terms, if that makes sense. So I need to solve it with a pen, not a marker. But if I wanted to, if I wanted to use a marker, I don't think I need it in there actually, because of this blob of white here. But if I wanted to solve it with a marker, then I could solve it using the color black, because that's the color that the problem is in. You know, quote unquote problem. It's preference really, but it's all preference, so, you know. But yeah, so you can, it's kind of like how in like Uno, you can match the color, like, or the number. Like, here, you can either match the texture of the place where the problem is when you go to solve it, or you can match the color. Either one will help what you're doing feel more unified. And you can make some pretty bold moves, like by just making sure that it fits what you're trying to do. So like this is like the third time that I've outlined this grave, and yet it still feels like consistent with the rest of it. I'm also going in right now and adding this white line into my shadows specifically, because the rest of it has kind of a muted spot. So this will kind of give everything like a little bit more shine. This light only hangs out in those like super dark shadows whenever the thing is kind of shiny, or whenever the light is really strong. So by bringing this white in, it kind of implies that like, kind of makes it look like the moonlight is beaming out. And we'll drag some across to kind of imply that as well. And throw it in here because we've done that with everything else. Cool. I think a little bit more. Nope. Do I want? Oh, I like that one. Just to add a little bit of that into this. Yeah. I think that might be it. Rip Graveyard. This is, yeah, what I'm rocking at night. Alright, well, a little bit shorter than the last one, but not by a whole lot. Let's save this real quick. As Rip Graveyard. Yep, I know layers can't be saved. And then I'm gonna grab some food, and I don't know if I'll edit it tonight. I might do that some other night. So it's a little less, like, I might do that with a show on or something. It's not a super attention heavy process. At least not the way that I do it. But, yeah, this is video number 2. I hope you liked it. Welcome back if you saw the other one. If you liked this one, I've got another one. And I'll see you next time I decide to do this. Okay, bye.